Hello, this is cybersecurity expert Reginald Andre here in South Florida, and today we are talking about China. China specifically has made the news in two different instances, and we are going to get started. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe this page if you find the information that we are talking about useful. So let's get started. The U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, Director Christopher Wray has named China as the source of more cyber attacks on the USA than all nations combined. So he's basically saying that when you add up all the different nations that you're talking about, Russia, South Korea, Iran, etc., all of these countries that basically are doing these type of espionages on the USA, China is number one. And the reason this is important is because simultaneously, there's also been media reports from News Corp, which is obviously Fox News, the Wall Street Journal, and a lot of other media companies that their journalists has have are being attacked, and they're trying to get information from their employees. So the report is that digital intruders, which they're saying are the Chinese hackers, broke into the News Corp email accounts and compromised the data of unspecified number of journalists. So this is a big deal because essentially in this case, the rumors are that China doesn't like other countries or other journalists talking bad about their countries. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was an incident with the Bloomberg, where the Bloomberg made some comments about now leader Xi Jinping about some things about them, and all of a sudden they got attacked. So this is a big deal because for a nation state to be able to go into a private U.S. business, and especially journalists, when you think about free speech and you think about what our country stands for, and for the Chinese government to then be able to, quote unquote, easily be able to get into these networks, it is very concerning. So in this case, we've heard from the FBI director, and he's saying that their counterintelligence operations opens new cases about China, and they're hacking U.S. companies every 12 hours. Think about that. So that's approximately two attacks per day that you have the FBI investigators looking into the matter because they're getting reports that they have companies have reason to believe that they're being hacked, and when they're investigating it, the FBI is saying on average every day there's two attacks on American companies from China, which is a lot if you think about it. You multiply that out, and that is a lot. And with these Chinese hacks, they are successful. The Chinese cyber team is known to be very, very good because with especially with the way China works, and if you do business with China, like physically in their location, there's certain things that you have to comply. You have to have certain Chinese people inside the board of directors for that region. So if you're a company and you do business with China and your office is in China, they direct you that you must have their people part of your board of directors for that division. And you can best to believe that those people are essentially spies. They're finding out all you're doing. They're making sure that you're doing the things for the best interest of the company, of the country, and also if there's any information that can benefit the government, they're copying and pasting that and sending it to their country and into the China country. So there's a lot of unfortunate things that's happening when it comes to that. So another thing where we want to talk about is what China has recently done when it came to Microsoft. So late last year, you had the Microsoft Exchange hack, which compromised the network of about 10,000 American companies. And again, it was believed that it was China. And also, you had another incident where you have managed service companies also. where they're going after those companies because, as I mentioned in another video a couple of days ago, if a government such as China or a hacker, I should say, is able to get into a managed service provider, they now have the keys to the kingdom and they can go after many, many other companies. So it is, again, very disturbing. And there's also been cases where you have important medicines that have been that are being developed, trade secrets where these hackers are going. So just wanted to kind of give you guys an update as far as what's going on. You may see some alerts about News Corp having their journalists' data compromised. And we just really wanted to just give you kind of the scoop as far as what's going on, what we're hearing. And if you're a business and you're hearing this and you're like, okay, you're telling me all of these things, but what does that have to do for my business? Well, this is just another reason why it is so important to take cybersecurity so important because you cannot just, wait for the government to help you. You can't just, put in a report. Yes, the FBI is helping News Corp because they're News Corp, but they're not going to help you in your company to help investigate this and to deter the Chinese government or any hacker from doing this. So you as a business owner, you have to protect your information. You have to make sure that your data is safe and you have to make sure that your networks are safe and that you're doing all of these things. As I mentioned, I kind of quoted the word easy earlier when it came to these hacking situations. And a lot of times when hackers go into the systems, it's not because they had a spy within the company. It's because they are looking for vulnerabilities. What didn't you patch in your system? What old operating system do you have? What old software do you have? What is it that they can use as a vulnerability? And because you didn't do a certain update, a certain patch, they're going to use that to get into your system. So just wanted to give you guys that. And as we hear any more information about what's happening with News Corp in China, we'll definitely let you know. Thank you so much.